It's week 6 of the National Football League.
And we'll get a look here at Trey Lance.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cowboys and the Vikings on Sunday night primetime.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they? Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. It's Blake, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 10. Here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his 1 collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Dixon. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. And Lance going to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 55 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. To the air with McCarthy. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To Jefferson on the slant. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle made down at the 33. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Up the middle they go. Blake, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. They got to get to the 23 here on third. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The Cowboys offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Lance. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. They need 12 here. It's third down. Here's Lance. Under pressure, they got him again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Looking to throw McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4. They'll try the left side. It's Blake, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Throwing is McCarthy. They'll roll him out right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Now a handoff up the middle. Blake, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Lance looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. The Cowboys offense and CD Lamb ready to take over once more. And as we move deeper into the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a weekly basis. As you see here, he's the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. And Lance now to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now Lance. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On play action, now McCarthy. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Blake, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. Blake. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 3rd down and 13. Back to throw. McCarthy. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle they go. St. Clair. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here's Matt Ariza now. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And his kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Slant route, and he's got Addison. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Blake. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Vikings.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Blake. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Here's Lance to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. And Dixon has it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun, it's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Caleb Williams, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Las Vegas Raiders. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Cameron Bynum there defensively.
Up the middle they go. Dixon. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 44. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Lance. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. That's caught by Howard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 11-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Lance. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. McCarthy operating from the gun. This is caught by Addison. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Aubrey now for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Throwing is McCarthy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle they go. It's Blake. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll run on first down. Blake, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
To the air with McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good 3rd quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the 3rd quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better, and he's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed. On first down, Dixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Lance on the option left.
Ooh, and a juke. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
That's another Cowboys.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Lance on the keeper.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Trey Lance.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two.
So here are the Cowboys to take over.
Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And Lance now to throw.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Cowboys on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
59 yards.
And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
McCarthy. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing again, McCarthy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. Dixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 4. Now Lance on the option right.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
It's complete. It's Gore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Up the middle they go. Dixon.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Throwing to start the drive.
McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Looking to throw.
McCarthy. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. Now McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
McCarthy going to throw again.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
3rd and 9 here. Here's McCarthy.
He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
95 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On third down, Dixon.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
At the Vikings' 31-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Dixon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.